harm, obviously. Whether it's like a local charity or a nonprofit organization, you can literally help out by doing any of the above. And so supporting for charitable organizations is more than just giving. You are giving your all for these people who are either the less fortunate, not as wealthy enough, and just those who can't afford things to do. So the one I'm going to tell you about today is a soup kitchen. And so I do think that everyone should be able, in their once in a lifetime, to be able to volunteer, because it not only makes you feel good, but it makes you and others feel just as good, and it makes the world a better place. And so I'm pretty sure that a majority of people here have wished for something big or small, whether it's to go grocery shopping and have it be paid for, or to go on a trip with your family. I mean, we've all wished for something, and some people wish for a lot less than you think. Some people just wish to go to the soup kitchen and be able to just get some soup, And so for us, that's like not a big deal. We should already have food, most of us, but it's the little things that really count and really help others grow in today's world. And so you should all volunteer at least once in your life, because it will help a lot of people in a lot of different ways. So I'm talking to you about the soup kitchen. And so today I think you should volunteer and work at a soup kitchen, because volunteering meets an important need, it takes little time, and it provides great satisfaction. And here's obviously a picture of people volunteering, giving others food, and the less fortunate, and so on. The next picture is of the soup kitchen, and how we all just help others, just give back to the community by giving each other smiles and soups. And so meeting an important need. The first thing I'm going to tell you about is why it meets an important need. So according to one of the online articles I found, it said, giving to others is super beneficial. Of course. Obviously, it will help them have a good spirit, and them think of you that you're a great kid or person, and so on and so forth. And so volunteers are definitely essential to the running of nonprofit organizations. Volunteers are what make the organizations happen, and for them to actually follow through with what they are giving back to the community. Another article I found said it distracts you from the outside world and makes you become a better human being. If that ain't right, and if that's not the motto to live by, then you're doing something wrong. Next, I'm going to talk to you about why volunteering takes little time. According to a database I found, it said volunteering gives gratification to you and the ones you are helping with less than a second. By what that means is that you can literally give a smile to someone walking on the sidewalk, and that's a simple gesture that goes a long way. Or you can do what I do and work at a soup kitchen and give back to the community by helping others. Another article I found said organizations like the charitable ones are always amazing to work at. And then another article I found said that this time is precious for them and means the absolute world to them. And so this is kind of, you each make an impact each day, and so it's all great. And then obviously we all come together to just help out those in need. So overall, if you took anything away from it, it's that you should really try to volunteer anywhere. Volunteering, whether it's at a soup kitchen or your local church organization, is so worth it, because it meets an important need, it takes little time, and it provides great satisfaction. And I just want to say thanks to Blinn Library and all the databases I used and the articles I found for helping me find the resources needed for this presentation. A quote that I read said that volunteers do not necessarily have the time, they just have the heart. And closing with this, I'm going to say that volunteers are the only human beings on the face of the earth who reflect this nation's compassion, unselfish caring, patience, and just plain loving one another. And so I want to open it to y'all. Do y'all have any questions?
Nah, I'm chilling.
I have a question. So what's your easiest way to find places to volunteer at?
Of course, that's a great question. So I actually looked online and I looked up nonprofit local organizations near me and found like different ones in the San Antonio area where I'm from. So there's a few. So there's the soup kitchen. There's like the church, like different things during the season. So like during football season, if you want to help volunteer to like help tailgates, or like during Thanksgiving, you can help volunteer and give the homeless turkeys and stuff that they can't afford. And so that's just a really great way. It's just Googling it and just making sure like you find the right resources correctly.
I see.
Any more questions?
Nope.
Okay, well that concludes my speech.